I work at Starbucks, and we're all equals. And just one day I went into work with a stain on my shirt. So I went in, my 19-year-old boss was like, "What's going on with those orange stains in your shirt?" And I was like, and before I could say anything at all, like my coworker goes, "Oh hell, those look like Cheeto stains." I love Cheetos. I don't eat everything. I just like breakfast and everything too. I love them flaming kind. You know, it don't need to be in cheesy. I love that joke. Some people like crunch. You get them into your mail and everything. I love that cheese. Because accents and the way that people say things can really change your perception of people. Like Southern people, right? Southern people can't say shit and sound smart. Nothing. Or you just don't believe it, you know? And here we are at the Nobel Prize Awards. Biff, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, I just want to say that I won a Nobel Prize because I was differentiating the measurement between galaxies and how to transport to and from in a minuscule amount of time. What was it?
You're like... No, you fucking didn't, Biff. First off, you just opened your mouth and a banjo thud. You did not. Oh, shit. Yeah, so I dated this little Korean guy. I'm not a bad person. Stop looking like I'm a bad person. I do charity work. I would pick up a fucking orphan on the side of the road if it needed me. Not if I was on my way to an audition, but I would. Eventually, I would, at some point, when I wasn't doing things for myself, I'd eventually get around to giving $1 or two. God. Judge me. So I dated this little guy, right? You know, and I took him back home because you have to, you know, I gotta introduce him to the family. And so I took him back to Kentucky, and I was trying to warn my mom. And I said, "Mom, look. Before you meet him, you might want to sit down first off. Before you meet him, I just want you to know that he is really little, all right? He's small, and he is yellow." But he is, stop hitting, he is very sweet. She said, "Oh my God, Sarah, what are you dating, Eminem?" Shit. Like I called my grandma actually the other day. We talk when we have like natural disasters. I called her the other day and she said, "Well, I heard about them fires out there." And I said, "Yeah." She says, "Well, did you have anything to do with that?" So I work at this bakery, and when people, you know, people walk in, and you know, I'm standing at the counter, and I'm like, "What do you want?" Because that's how I do it. Minimum effort for minimum wage. You're lucky I showed up sober, bitch. That's how I feel about it. Right here. So I'm like, "What do you want?" You know, and the thing what I realized is that people make really odd sounds when they're making decisions on things. When they're hungry, something happens in the throat, between the head and the stomach that needs to be worked the fuck out in the human race. I don't know what got those things in the larynx zone. So I'll be, you know, I'll stand there and I'm like, "What do you have?" And every single time they're like, "Oh, hold on just a second. Oh, woo! What do you like? I'm like, oh. Oh, I like that. Isolate. I like to drink in the morning sometimes. It's not a big deal. I don't know. Personal question.
I look like Cheeto things.
People always tell you, they're like, you know what, you should really grow up. I'm like, well, fucking why, man? If you ever look at a 6-year-old's to-do list, it has 3 things, man. 1, it's like poop. And then 2, take a nap. And number 3, great job. Great job. Great job. And the fact that a compliment is on your to-do list is not so bad. And I just gotta say this, you guys. I am really sick of being in people's prayers. I just can't. You guys have been the best crowd ever. I totally